Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. In this session we are going to see how to work on GitHub commands. So let's start now. Firstly, you guys know about what is Git. Git is basically a distributed version control system where we can store our code and also we can work on locally with the same code. So we'll see how we can work on this command. So let's start now. So here I have one PDF file where all the git related commands is available which we are going to use in real time as well. So you can see here the installation steps. So we already know about how to install GitHub or Git bash on our Windows system because in the previous session we have uploaded videos for how to install Git bash on our Windows system and how to create GitHub account as well. So if you don't have an idea about this, please go through those videos. So next things, we have to set up this configuration user information use across all local repository. So why this is required, this command? Because you know, suppose let's understand the practical. So let's go back to our GitHub account. So this is our GitHub account and you can see this is my account name Devops Z plus. So what I'll do, I'll create one new fresh repository. So I'll give the name here project it. So this is available. If you want to provide description, you can provide description. For understanding GitHub commands, you have to provide a visibility here as a public or private. So I'll keep as a public. If you want to add readme file, you can mark this one, otherwise you can ignore and just click on the create repository. So once you click on the create repository, now you can see your repository has been created here. And there is a one readme.md by default file has been created with the initial commit. And in the previous session also we have understood like what is this. Here is the branch. By default the main branch is created where we can clone the repository. Also how can we create a files, how can we upload the files, means ki UI based things we already understood. So in this session we'll understand the important commands, how we can work from locally to remote. So this is our GitHub account. Now second thing, we have to open our Git bash account. So this is our Git bash CLI and you can see I am under the dev directory. You can see this pre-wd. I am under the C, user, st and dev. If you can see, I have a 4 directories inside the dev directories. Here I want to clone my repository first. Before going through these setup things, we'll try one thing, git clone. Then you will get an idea about it, why these things is required. Okay. So first of all, I'll show you git initialize command is not required for now because we are trying to clone the remote repository from here to our local system. So by default .git directory will be created there. Means that is a hidden file which is related to some git configuration. So if we do the git init here, so what will happen, it will create one .git file with the hidden place. So let me show you. First of all, using the ls-la, you can see there is a one file is there, and suppose if I use here a git init command, so initialize an empty git repository under this. So again let's verify ls-la, you can see .git command. So what happened here, by default it's been created here one master branch, like it is showing you already in the master. Now you can work on it, you can create and you can push the code, but we are not going with this. So simply I'll do, I'll remove this .git. So I'm outside this. Okay, so simply I will use here one command git clone. And you know how can we clone this repository? There is no data available here. Okay, there is no data for now. only readme.md file is available. So just go to here and you will get https ssh github cli url. So we have to copy this https url. So just copy, go to git bash, git clone and your url. Press enter. So once you press the enter, now you can see project as it has been created. So let's go inside the project 8. So now I am inside the project 8 and you can see readme.md file is there, and I am inside the main branch. See here also main branch only. So by default main branch has been cloned, and I was saying like the dot by default dot git directory will be created. Now you can see ls-la, so we don't need to initialize the empty repository here again, because we are just cloning the repository and inside the repository already have .git directory. Okay, so you got it about this. So next, see, so this is done. Initialize the existing directory as git repository. Git clone also done. Retrieve entire repository from our remote repository to local machine. The next thing we'll see about this: git status, add, reset, diff, commit. So this is a stage and snapshot. So why the name has given working with snapshot and git staging area? Because here there are 3 stages. You can consider as 3 stages. First stage is working stage, second stage is stage, and third stage is commit stage. So suppose if you are doing some modification, now it is considering as a working area. If you are done with your code changes and you are going with the add, then it will come under the stage area. And then once you are done with the stage area, now you are ready with the for the next commit area. So let's understood these things. So let's go back to our git bash, and now you can see here we have only one file, readme.md file. Let me clear the screen and I will create one file here. Touch file1.txt. I have created one file. So what is the first command here? First command is get status. So show the status of the current file. Means it will display all the working area, staging area and commit area status. So simply I will write here get status. Now you can see file1.txt, it is showing in red color, means currently it is in working area. You can consider it is in working area. Now the second command is git add. So what is the purpose of git add command and our file name? What is the purpose of git add command? Once you are done with your code changes, now you are ready for it. Now you are good. Now you are ready for your next commit. That is the reason there is a git add command. It's like there is a working area, now it will switch to the stage area. So just press enter it, git add file1.txt and check the status again. Git status. Now you can see new file which is showing in the green color. Now you are in stage. Okay, so this is the way. Once you have created one file, if you do some modification there, so you are done with your work. Now you are good with the for the next command. So then we have used your git add command. So once you are done with the add, you are good with the git commit. So before going to the git commit, I'll show you the reset one. Okay, so now we have done with the add. So next thing is git commit. So we'll see later git reset diff and diff stage. Okay, so let me show you the first this thing. So we have done with the add. Now we'll commit the message. So what is the message? Like fit colon added new file. What is a fit? Fit is just like a feature. Like we are going to add new feature, like we are adding a new file. There are two ways for the committing: fit or fix. Fit means feature, fix means suppose if there is some change happen or something missed there, that's the reason we have given the name as a fix. It depends on you what name you have to give, but standardization this one. So I am following this one, so just enter it. Now you can see now you got an error. Why you got this error? Because author identity unknown. Please tell me who you are. So this is the reason this configure user information is needed here. So what need to do? We have to use this command git config hyphen global user dot email. And what is your email id? So we have to provide our email id here. So let me provide my email id and just I'll press enter here. The next command is user.name. So what is your username? So my username is like Devops Z plus. So I have provided my username and email. The third one, it is not required, but if you want you can go with that. It's related to UI, so we can use this one. Okay, let me copy this command and let's paste it here. So just it's setting coloring for the means it's coloring the few things for your understanding easy purpose. So this is also done. Now how can we verify that? Using git config hyphen list, and you can see here email address and username, it's reflecting here. Current branch is master. So now our setup is done. Let's exit from here. Now again we'll try with the command. What command? Git commit hyphen m double quote fit added new file. Now there is no error. Now we are good with that. Why? Because it is just showing the identity of user who has committed. That is the reason we have to set up this configuration things. So I think you guys understood these things. So why we have given this configuration things here, and also we understood like what we did here. Okay, so we have seen git status, git add and commit. Now we'll see other commands again. So let's see. There is nothing to commit for locally. Now we already have. Now it is suggesting to push the changes to your remote OS. So we'll see it later. So before that we'll do one thing. So what I'll do, I will create one more file, touch file2.txt. Now again I'll check the status of the file, git status. Now you can see it is in red color, mean it is in working area. Okay, now again I'll do one thing, git add file2.txt. Now I am under in stage area. Again I'll verify. Now it is in green color. I want to be unstaged, like I am in stage area but I want to be unstaged. I want to revert the changes to red color. I don't want to in green, because like suppose in case if you are working something and now you missed something, now again you have to do some changes, like you want to add some lines. So if you are doing the changes in the same file, then what will happen? The new commit will becomes new file it will be show here. But I don't want in the new file, I want to do changes in the same thing and same commit. Okay, so what I will do, I will revert these changes to the working area. So that is the reason this command is here, git reset and file name file2.txt. And one more command like they have suggested, git restore as well. So you can use this one as well. So when I use a git reset command, and again if I check with the git status, now you can see, now we are going back to the file2.txt. Now it was in the green stage area. Now we are again going back to the working area. Now it is unstage. So you got it, like this git reset command. How we can use that? Unstage a file while returning the changes in working directory. Now next thing is git diff they are suggesting. So nothing is there because diff, but I want to check diff in staging area. So how can I check that? So first of all, I'll add this file2.txt, git add file2.txt, and again I'll check the status, git status. Now I am again inside the staging area. Now I want to check the difference, like what changes has been happen here. Okay, what changes happen here? So what I'll do, git diff hyphen staged. The stage means in the staging area whatever the changes is happen here. Now you can see new file mode. So these are the things is happen here. Now it's suggesting here. So what is the things is there? This is the file, new file mode, index, and this is the things. Now again we'll do one thing. I'll show you again. We'll reset the things and we'll do some modification. Vi, because nothing inside the file, it's a blank file. That is the reason it is showing here these things. I'll add few things here, file2.txt, and I'll add some contents. Okay, I'll save it. Again I'll check with the status, git status. Now it is in red current, it is in working area. I'll add it, file2.txt. Again I'll check with the git status, and now you can see it is in green color. So what was the command here? Git diff stage. Now you can see git diff hyphen stage. Here it is showing what is the latest thing is been added here under this file. This is the way we can check the difference of what is a stage but not yet committed. You got it, right? What is the available data in the stage area but not yet committed? Once you have committed, nothing will show here. Nothing will show here. So let's try to be commit. Git commit -m fit added second file. One file change, one insertion. And again I'll check with the git diff stage. Nothing under the stage area. It's blank, totally blank. So this is the way we can undo the changes from your staging area to working area. Guys, you understood these things. So now we have seen all the setup configuration, setup initialization, how to clone the repository, how to work on this adding reset diff and commit things. The next thing we are going to see about the branches, branch and merge. So let's go back to our git bash. Let's clear the screen. So here you can see I have a data. I have two files in the main branch, but I want to create one more branch from my main branch. How can I create that? So simply I will write here git branch. First of all, we'll see how many branches we have. So using the git branch command, you can see I have only one branch with the main name. Here is, you can see one star mark is there. Okay, so I'll create one new branch, create git branch, and suppose I want to create one test branch, git branch test, and again I'll check git branch. You can see there are two branches issuing, two branches, main and test, but I want to switch to the test branch. So what will happen in the test branch? Whatever the data is available in your main branch, same data is replicated inside your test branch. So what is the command about this? Get checkout test. So once you write this command, you can see you are under the test branch. So how can we validate that? All the data is available using the ls command. You can see readme.md, file1.txt and file2.txt. So this is the way we can create the branch. We can check out the branch as well. Now the next thing they have mentioned here, git merge. But currently we haven't created any another branch from your remote repository, so we can merge. So we'll see in the coming session how to merge this one. So before that we'll see about the git log as well. So you can see the command git log. If I enter the git log means just showing the history of the commits. You can see here it's showing the commits of the things. So first is initialize commit, which was happened when we created a branch, when we created repository. Then second time added a new file for the commit message for the file1.txt, and this is for the second file. Here it is showing added second file for the file2.txt. So all the related logs we can see here using the git log command. So let's see few more logs command here using the git log, and I want to check for individual file. So what I'll do, file1.txt. I want to check with the individual file. Okay, so this is the command for following with the individual. So you can see git log -- follow file1.txt. This is for individual file. Here it was showing for all, but this is for individual. Git log -- follow and mention your file1.txt. Same thing here has been mentioned. Git log -- follow file name. You can also check the difference between branch and branches, different branches. You can see, but there is no change here in or both the branches. But we'll see git diff, main and test. So nothing changes, it's showing here. That's why it's showing blank. The next thing is here how this command will work. Get remote, add, fetch, merge, push and pull. So this is for the retrieving updates from another repository or updating local repository from a remote repository. So let's go back to our remote repository. So this is our remote repository, and you can see here only one file is available, readme.md file. Okay, but in our local system you can see only we have three files, readme, file1 and file2.txt. but I want to push these changes to my remote. When I'll try to push the changes directly from using git push command, I'll get one error like 403 because we don't have access to push the code from local to remote. So we have to generate one token here. So how can we generate that? Firstly, we have to go inside the remote repository. So this is a remote repository, project 8. Here you can, okay, you have to go to the settings, and in the left hand side you can see developer setting is there. You have to click on the developer setting. You will get personal access token. You have to choose classic one, token classic, and here you have to select generate new token with the classic one. Once you click on the here, it will ask you the name, test2, expiration, you can give the days, and you have to provide the access here, repose, workflow. If you want to do any other access, you can mark this check as well. Just scroll down and generate token. So once you scroll down, you can see a token has been generated. So just copy this token, and I have a one command here. Now you can see here, you can see git remote set URL. Okay, here we are going to set URL with the name origin https username. Here we have to provide our username. So our username is Devops Z plus, and the token which we have copied. So the token here we have to provide here @github.com. Here we have to provide our repository URL. So let's go back to our repository. And copy the URL from here. So we have to copy the URL from here to here. So let me copy this one. I'll replace the whole thing until it. Now we are good with that. So let's copy this URL and let's go back to our git bash. So before pushing that, we'll set up this URL with the remote one. So just I'll paste the command. Now we are good with that. Where we can say we can check these things under the git config -- list as well. Now we are good with that. Now we are good to push the changes. So before that we'll check the status. So nothing to commit. So simply we'll write here git push. Now in the easiest way we are able to push the code changes. Now go back to our GitHub, just refresh the page and you can see file1.txt and file2.txt. Here it has been showing. Now we are good with the push that changes. Now next thing, git fetch all the branches from the git remote. So where we can use the fetch things. So git fetch, let me give an example here. Now before that, I think you guys understood like what we have learned. We have done with the setup, we have done with the initialization, cloning, staging, branching, as well as logs, then share and update. How can we add the remote URL? How can we create token? How can we push the local changes to your local remote machine? Now next thing we have to check why page is required, fetch is required. How can we do that? So first of all, in the remote side I will create one branch here. So we have created test there. So I will create here QA branch. Okay, so I will create one QA branch. I have created one QA branch. So manually I will create, for your guys understanding, I will create here manually one file. The file name is file3.txt and I'll enter here hi. I'll just click on the commit changes to my QA branch. Okay, so inside the QA branch I have a file3.txt, but in my main branch I have two files. So let's understand what is the purpose of fetch and why it's required. So let's go back to our git bash, clear the screen, and let's try to fetch that. When you enter the git fetch command, you can see here, so whatever the new branches is here, it will display here. See, fetch down all the branches from the git remote, but you can't see it here. If you see using the git branch, you will not able to see the branch here, but it is showing when you are trying to fetch that. Suppose if I want to pull the changes from my QA branch to my main branch, then we can use the fetch command. So let me show you, like this next command is our git merge command, right? Git merge. Suppose I want to merge the QA changes to my main branch. Okay, QA changes to my main branch. So what I will do, git merge origin /QA. So before proceeding with, I'll show you. I have three files, readme, file1 and file2. Then again I'll write the command git merge origin slash qa. When I hit the command, so here it's showing updating with the fast forward one file change file3.txt. So you can see file3.txt has been added here. How, what happened here? So first we have seen using the fetch command, like one branch is available with the qa name, okay, and we have merged this branch to my main branch, okay. So whatever the data is available in my qa branch, same data placed in here my main branch. You can see file3.txt. So this is the way we can merge the changes to our main branch as well. There is no merge command. Now I want to push these changes to my main branch, okay. So again I'll write with the first, we'll see git status, anything we need to comment, nothing. So directly once I merge it, I can push, git push. So let's go back to here and refresh the page. Now you can see file3.txt it has been showing. So this is the way we can merge or changes directly from your remote to local and local to remote. So yeah, we have seen those things as well. What is the purpose of pool? What is the purpose of pool? Suppose if we have done some changes as a remote side, okay, as a remote. Let me show you like how we can. I'll create one file here, okay. I'll create one file, file4.txt, and I'll add some content. Just I'll commit changes. Now you can see I have a file4.txt, okay, file4.txt in the main branch. Now let's clear the screen and you can see I have file1, file2, file3, but I do not have file4.txt. So simply I will do git pull. So when I'll enter the git pull command, so whatever the latest changes happen in my remote side, same code has been pulled in your local system. Using the ls command, you can see file4.txt has been available. Now we are good with that. Okay guys, I think you guys understood like we have how we can push the changes, pull the changes, how we can check the logs as well, how we can merge the branch locally, how we can set up and initialize the things. So in the coming session we'll see about these remaining part of these commands related to tracking path changes, rewrite history, ignoring pattern, and temporary comments. So I hope guys you understood these things. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next session.